I've been afraid. I've been dragging my feet, afraid to create. I've been wanting to vlog for a while, and I knew what I wanted to talk about, and so I've been trying to get ready to vlog. I've been waiting, I've been waiting to be ready. There's this quote from Marie Forleo that I really love. It says, "The key to success is to start before you're ready." How many of us are waiting to be ready to start? And we never start. We never start anything. We never do the thing that we're passionate about, that we're meant to do. We tell ourselves, someday I'll do that thing, right? Someday I will start writing that book, or someday I will start traveling, someday I will go to school, I'll go for that job, someday I will start writing music, someday I'll ask out that cute boy or girl, whatever it might be, someday I'll do it. Because someday doesn't exist. It's not real. So there's no fear in saying someday. We can say someday all day long, but we're never really committing to it, and so it's not as scary. I've had all of these issues come up, like technical difficulties with my equipment, and I was trying to get the room ready. But I realized recently that there are legitimate reasons, right? I can't film without a camera, or I can't get audio without a mic. So there were real reasons, and they matter. But at the same time, I was really just it was like a good excuse for me to not do this. Because I was afraid, I was afraid of failure or rejection, I think. Afraid of being rejected. Afraid that this just wasn't going to be good enough, that I wasn't going to have the right words, or that the video wasn't going to look good enough, that I was goofy looking, and people would reject me. I think just a lot of things that that made me afraid. It's the same things that make me afraid in real life, to interact with people. But the purpose of this vlog is vulnerability and connection. I think that connection is this universal thing that helps everybody, and especially in the developed world, singular, I think we're lacking that. I think we're missing that. We struggle to connect with social media and with smartphones, and they allow us to kind of connect, but they also allow us to not really connect, and so it's safe. And in that way, I think that we've lost the ability to really be vulnerable and really connect with other human beings. And we need to connect. Brene Brown says that we're hardwired to connect. And Johann Hari, who wrote the book Chasing the Scream, talks about the need for connection in his book and in his TED Talk about addiction. I think it's a major issue. My passion is all about mental health, and I wanted to be able to find a way to help everybody. I think that vulnerable, real, deep, honest, meaningful connection helps people with mental illness very much, very much. I wanted to make the vlog about vulnerability and connection because it requires vulnerability to really connect, and I'm bad at both of those things. But because that was the point of this vlog, I knew I would have to be vulnerable, and I was really afraid. I was afraid that I would fail, that I would try to be vulnerable, but I would get on here and I'd start rolling the camera, and I would get nervous, and I would get protective of myself and not be able to really get to vulnerability. And I was afraid that I would succeed, because if I succeeded, that meant that I was vulnerable, and vulnerability is scary. So I was afraid. And these are all these reasons why I was afraid. But the truth is, and I think there are all of these reasons, and real reasons, legitimate reasons for all of us, and for so many of you out there that are allowing fear to stop you from doing something that you love, or that you want to do, that you're passionate about. So if you, like me, have been waiting to start something, to do something, I invite you to join me as I start this thing that I've been wanting to do, and just try to move through your fear. I am not interested in pressuring you, actually. I'm not a tough love kind of guy, because I think that life is complicated, and sometimes we need to stay in a place for as long as it needs, right? Some things need time and space, and they need attention, and we need to wait with them and be present with them. And so I don't want to push somebody out of that space. I just want you to be aware that sometimes the fear is what keeps you from getting to where you want to go. Sometimes the fear of starting, the fear of being judged, the fear of being rejected keeps you from your happiness, from a goal, from becoming healthier or happier, or creating the life that you really want. And so I'm inviting you to come with me as I try to do the thing that I was afraid to do, that I thought I might not be good enough at, but just try to do it anyway, to accept, like, you might be bad at it. At first, I'm probably gonna be bad at this. At first, these videos might be boring, but they'll get better. They'll get better as I keep trying and keep working at it and practicing. They'll get better, and you'll get better at the thing you want to do. If you just start. If you just try to move in the direction that you want to go. Even if it takes you a long time, okay, that's fine. I'm patient. You should be patient too. I don't like to rush things. I think too many of us are rushing in this life, in this world. We're rushing all the time, constantly from one thing to the next. Some things take time, and they need attention, and they need that presence and that patience. But we also can move. Even if that pace is slow, we can move toward the thing we want to go toward. So this is my invitation for you to move with me. As I try and you try, you'll find support from me. Even if you struggle, even if the thing that you're trying to do is clumsy and awkward, and you feel like you're failing and you're not getting it right, that's enough. That's okay. That's enough. Because if you keep working at it, you'll keep getting better. And even though I struggle to be vulnerable, if I keep trying, I'll get better. Even though I struggle to connect, if I keep trying, I'll get better. So that's the goal here, for me to improve my vulnerability, for me to improve my connection with people, and hopefully to show you that you can connect and you can be more vulnerable, and we can learn and grow together, and to show you that you can start before you're ready, and just try. Even if it's clumsy or awkward or ugly, starting and trying are enough. I should probably introduce myself. That's a great idea. My name's Josh Putnam. I'm not an expert in anything except my own life, maybe, and I want to share that. I love mental health, and I've learned a lot, and I'll share some of that stuff. I'll share a lot of that stuff. That's what a big focus will be here. I love a connection, and I used to be way better at it, and I'm trying to get back to that again. So I need some kind of outro or some kind of sign off. I don't know. Check me out on Instagram, Josh the Christian. A big message from me is going to be that you're enough. And I want to remind you of that in every video. You are enough for love and connection. You're not perfect, and that's okay. And it doesn't mean that there aren't things that you need to improve on or can improve on. and I believe in personal responsibility as well, but I also believe very much in grace and mercy, and that we need to feel that we are enough for those things in order to receive them. And we need to feel that we are enough for connection in order to put ourselves out there and allow ourselves to connect with people. So I implore you, and I beg you, I guess, to believe that you are enough for love, as you are, and for connection, and to be vulnerable. I hope you feel safe to be vulnerable, because there's beautiful connection in vulnerability. And I'm working on that too. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. You're awesome. You have so much potential and power and worth, and you can do anything you set your mind to. So have a great day.